Yo everyone, welcome to Amps, Pedals and Pickups. My name's Nathan, and today of course we're going to be checking out the NeuralDSP Soldano SLO-100 X amp sim. Now before we get into that, I'm going to be doing a lot of amp sim videos throughout September. I'm going to call it Simtember. I did this kind of thing 2 years ago, and it's pretty much like heaps of amp sims come out throughout the year, and I go through phases where I'm like motivated to check things out, and a lot of the times I'll see an amp sim and I'm like, I kind of want to check that out, but I don't want to install it, go through the rigmarole and all that. I'll just forget about these things, just maybe it's like modern day ADHD, I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty much just compartmentalizing all these ideas into September, or Simtember as I call it. And yeah, I'm going to be checking out heaps of stuff, some new stuff that I haven't checked out, some old stuff, some oddities. There's going to be heaps of stuff thrown in there. I'll try to do 30 videos for the month. We'll see how it goes. I might have some off days here and there, but I'm going to be doing these one by one. So if you have any suggestions for amp sim videos that you want to see, let me know in the comments below. Now I wanted to kick this off with NeuralDSP Soldano because for no particular reason, I honestly don't even know why I bought this amp sim. I have no affinity with Soldano. I've never played a real Soldano. I think I just got a few people recommend it to me. I picked it up, didn't use it for the first couple months. Then I tried a little bit, went back to Nameless, went back to Soldano, went back to Nameless. And then at some point in time, I just flipped. And I've been using Soldano heaps for like the last year. Yeah, I wanted to start off this Simtember quest with a heavy hitter from NeuralDSP. Now, part of the fun and joy I get out of checking all these out is, checking out what the amp sim looks like, the sort of sounds it can produce, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to be putting all of these through a mix. So I'll show you how it sounds with a full mix, with drums, bass, all that kind of thing. And then we'll hear the guitars only. So why don't we drop you into that? Let's check out the full mix for the Soldano SLO-100, and then we'll check out everything inside the plugin. I just really like the way this feels under the hands. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'm going to keep saying this throughout the video. If you want to see a month worth of amp sim videos, definitely subscribe and follow me on that journey. So anyway, let's check out NeuralDSP Soldano. So that's what my sounds like. Fat stuff. It's a NeuralDSP plugin. You've definitely seen these before. You probably own some, but we'll just speed run all the features just so we can you know, have a fresh take on everything. So input gain, the gate you can switch off and on, transpose if you want to pitch up and down, input mode, stereo, mono. Stereo input is a must. I love that stuff. So you can run 2 channels and have the one plugin processing things. Obviously here I have a butt ton of presets there, as well as your user saved presets. A doubler, so if you're playing things in mono. Whoa. It's a little bit cheesy, but every now and then I do like it, especially with the full stereo spread when I play through monitors. Then obviously you have your output trim there. And then when it comes to the actual plugin, there's 2 main channels. So there's the overdrive and the normal channel. For the normal, you can do clean or crunch. So it's effectively 3 channels, just spread across 2 kind of thing. And this is all the overdrive channel. Everything that I've been playing so far has been the overdrive. We'll check out the other ones a little bit later. As far as the amp goes, that's like the meat and potatoes. There's only one amp, the Soldano SLO-100 here. But look what you can do. You can change the completely different amps. Just the tone changes. Like, check out the snakeskin. Check out that, and then take it to the purple. I can hear the tone differences between the two. You know, everything about the Soldano plugin for me, as somebody who's used it pretty consistently for a year, it's just a workhorse plugin. I don't need like 1,000 effects to get things done. I just practice guitar with it. Probably doesn't need to be 2 overdrives there, but it's nice that it's there. On that second overdrive, you can see there's 2 different modes. So that's more of like rolling off that bottom end. And then the other one is more of a traditional overdrive. So do you really need to? They're there. It's cool. Compressor definitely helps out with the clean tones. The clean in the mix, as well as the isolated guitars, heavily uses the compressor. We'll check that out when I go to the clean channel. And then the chorus is obviously, you know, zany chorus. You want to start your new wave punk band, you've got your chorus pedal ready to go. Now for the cab, I think there's only the Soldano cab, yeah. There's no other cabs you can choose from, but there's a whole bunch of different mic options there. I don't want to touch anything. I don't want to mess my IR setup that I got going on here. You know, it's not the best IR in the world, but it does the job. I've recorded heaps of stuff with this plugin, just with these settings for the cab. Then you got the typical NeuralDSP equalizer, and then again your meat and potatoes delay and a reverb. Also down the bottom you got a tuner, and then you got a Midi. I actually have a whole bunch of stuff mapped to a Midi controller, which I have on the floor. It's a wireless Bluetooth controller. I'm going to be using it throughout all these videos. I've done a video on this controller. It's super cheap. It's like $40 US. I'll leave a link to that video up there. Man, how much of a throwback is this riff? I'm going to change the channel on the amp, but I just wanted to chuck one more Hot Topic riff in there. It's one of those bands, I mean, I don't want to say forgotten about, but I haven't heard their name mentioned in ages. If you know what that riff is, let me know in the comments below. All right, let's check out one of the clean presets I've saved. Also, I use this sort of sound for the intro, the super clean, lush thing. So I'm on the clean channel here, not the crunch. You can see the EQ and everything that I've dialed in into the amp. And then for the pedals, I'm using the compressor. I mean, it's pretty much at noon. And then some reverb and delay. And listen to how slick this sounds. That little lead thing in the clean section in that intro song that I had. Get those little slides in there. Yeah, I don't know, for my playing style and my taste and everything, the clean channel mixed with the effects just gets the job done, you know? Now, I don't typically dial in crunch sort of settings on this kind of amp. I would go for a more Marshall-y thing, but obviously we want to check things out. I've just dialed in a lighter gain, sort of punk tone, not like an AC/DC rock crunch, but just like a Jimmy Eat World, maybe a light Green Day. Perfect for your MGK covers that you want to be recording. I just tuned it up so it's in what, D standard now, just to play these you know, the boomer chords and everything. I think the crunch stuff just lends itself to those like more fuller AC/DC chords, and it's just not the sort of stuff I play in the metalcore punk realm. So I don't usually dig crunch channels too much, but that's another story. But anyway, I'm going to leave it in standard tuning. I've taken it back to my original preset, so full ganged out sort of stuff, and you know those sort of hardcore chords that you do with standard tuning. Considering how early the circuit of the Soldano SLO-100 is, man, I just love the sound out of this thing. It just suits my taste so much. I've got some high quality graphics here in this highly skilled team of one that runs this channel. At the end of all the amp sim videos I'm going to do, I sort of just rate them all. I just have a few different categories of how I score them. And then at the end, I'm going to do the highest esteem thing that a YouTuber can do with a tier list. So I'll do that at the end of the month. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like everything going on here. I think it's going to be interesting watching me descend into madness over the month of checking out amp sims. But anyway, I digress here. For this one, the sound quality of NeuralDSP Soldano, I'm going to give it a 9. I really like the sound quality. Like I said, I've just been coming back to it for the last month or so. Massively passes the test to my ears. Maybe I'm just really in tune with it now, but 9 for sound quality. I'm going to give tone variety 8 out of 10. Extra features, I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. The UI, I'm going to give it 10 out of 10. And the reason that I'm going to give it 10 out of 10, I'm going to be very stingy with my 10 out of 10s. But the reason why I give the UI 10 out of 10 for a NeuralDSP plugin is because everybody copies them. If it wasn't a 10 out of 10, it wouldn't be the gold standard. If everybody loved Fractal, they'd be copying Fractal. If everyone liked Helix Native, they'd be copying Helix Native, but they all keep copying NeuralDSP. So you, NeuralDSP, score 10 out of 10 for your UI. And then lastly, speed to sound good. Obviously, I have my saved presets, so I just fire it up and load it. But man, all NeuralDSP plugins, you just fire them up. They sound really good. So speed to sound good is 9. That's some high esteem from me to this NeuralDSP Soldano plugin. That's a high score, and I wanted to start high, and then we'll see how everything stacks up against this bad boy. If you want to talk shop on Discord, there's a link down below to my Discord, as well as the Guitar YouTube Collective. You can follow a bunch of YouTubers, highly professional YouTubers, much like myself and my piece to cameras that I'm delivering right here. But there's a bunch of us there, so get notified about all the releases. If you want to check that out, check the links down below. And yeah, we're going to be doing a month-long worth of amp sims. So if you want to follow that along, make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. And yeah, stay tuned for more hot topic riffs.